welcome back to my channel, Sing Pretty with Jay. My name is Janelle, and today I have a comparison video for you guys today. So I have the new Anastasia Magic Touch Concealer, and I also have the Fenty Beauty Pro Filtr Instant Retouch Concealer, which is my favorite concealer. So I want to compare these two and do a 6-hour wear test to see which one holds up better, if they are on the same level, and all that good stuff. So I did get the Anastasia concealer in the shade number 18. And then I have the Fenty Beauty concealer in 410. So let's just get into a little bit of details about each concealer. The Anastasia one retails for $29. It has 0.4 fluid ounces and there's 25 shades you can pick from. You can get this from either Sephora, Ulta, or Anastasia's website. There might be on a couple other retailers. I'll put some more on the screen. And then for Fenty Beauty, you can only get this at Sephora and Fenty Beauty's website. This retails for $26. It has 0.27 fluid ounces and there are 50 shades to choose from. So just a size comparison, the Anastasia is a bit fatter and taller than the Fenty Beauty, and mine is almost empty. So I do have a new one that I will be opening to do this review. But I just want to compare this to a mascara. It's about the same size as this Maybelline Sky High mascara, which is my favorite drugstore mascara, by the way. So according to Sephora's website, it says the Anastasia concealer is medium to full coverage, creamy and lightweight formula that corrects, brightens, blurs, and conceals while blending to a natural second skin finish. So it says it has a natural finish, liquid formula, good for dark spots, medium coverage, and best for oily combo and normal skin. I have normal to dry skin. And then for the Fenty Beauty concealer, and also it's also vegan, gluten-free, and cruelty-free for the Anastasia concealer. And then for Fenty Beauty, it says it's a creamy, long wear, crease-proof liquid concealer with light as air, medium to full coverage that brightens under eyes and conceals blemishes and redness. It's long wearing, full coverage. It's vegan, and it is a matte finish. So we're going to put these two to the test. I already primed my face with my e.l.f. Mint Melt Primer, and then I'm just going to be using my same everyday makeup routine. I'm not going to switch anything up because I wanted to like manipulate either of these concealers. So I will be using my Too Faced matte foundation, and then also my Too Faced Peach Perfect setting powder. And any other products I'm wearing on my face today will be in the description bar down below. I use Colourpop for my brows. So I'm just going to be taking my Morphe X Jaclyn Hill JH03 Ride or Die foundation brush. I hauled this in my Morphe haul video during their sale. So we're going to try this out for the first time. And I'm just pumping a bit of foundation on there. And then let me get my mirror. So this is the Too Faced Born This Way Matte 24-Hour Foundation, and I'm in the shade Chestnut. So I'm just going to keep blending this into my skin. I think I pumped about like 3 to 4 pumps on the brush. And this is my favorite foundation, by the way. Even though it's a matte foundation, it works really well on my dry skin. It doesn't make me too dry, it doesn't make me flaky or anything like that. But then again, I am using a hydrating primer. And I like to match my foundation with my neck. Okay, so I finished applying my foundation. I just want to compare the swatches for these two concealers for you guys. So that's shade 18 from the Anastasia concealer. And then that's shade 410 from Fenty Beauty. So as you can see, the Anastasia concealer is a bit warmer, but it's a pretty good match. So if you wear 410 in the Fenty concealer, I would pick 18 in the Anastasia concealer. Because the other shades for me were like either too red or too yellow or too light. So shade 18 was like the only color I could choose from. Here are some swatches I took when I went in store to swatch the concealers. So I actually decided to go in with my cream bronzer first. So this is the Anastasia cream bronzer in Hazelnut. And I'm just going to apply this with my Real Techniques sculpting brush. So I'm going to be going in with my Fenty Beauty Concealer first. And we're going to put it on this side. I know everybody applies their concealer differently. I know some people do like a little bit here and then some out here. I like to do it this way. And then I'm just going to take it down a bit. And get around my nose. And then the Anastasia concealer I'm going to apply on this side. Already I can tell you this is thicker than the Fenty Beauty concealer. But they're both applying really nice and easily. And since the Anastasia one is the new one, I'm just gonna use it for the rest of my face. Okay, so this is the Fenty Beauty versus the Anastasia based on the applicator. The Anastasia does have like a little curved pointy tip, and then the Fenty Beauty is like completely flat on both sides. So now I'm just going to take a beauty sponge and then blend all this out. This is from Sonia Kashuk. I like to start on the bottom and then like leave this part for last. I don't know why, I just like to do it that way. I guess because it builds up more coverage over here, while I don't need so much coverage on my forehead and my chin. And then of course, since I use this side to blend out the Anastasia concealer, I'm just going to use it on this side as well. And then I'm going to flip the sponge over and then use the clean side for the Fenty Beauty. And I just want to like give you guys a close-up of like how flawlessly that concealer blended out. Okay, and then this is the Fenty Beauty. Can you guys tell the difference between how they look on my face? The color is like pretty spot on, especially when you blend it out. So now just using the same sponge, I'm going into my Peach Perfect setting powder. I'm just going to set my under eyes and then everywhere else I concealed. This is the same powder I use like pretty much every time I do my makeup. I have a couple other ones, but this one works with everything.
When it comes to applying setting powder, I just like to press the powder into my skin using a sponge, and then I only bake in my smile lines and on my nose just for a little bit, and then I just dust off any excess powder with a brush. And just as a tip, if you notice that you're starting to crease somewhere, make sure that you blend it out before you apply any setting powder to that area.
So I'm just going to finish up the rest of my face really quickly. This is my Black Radiance Soft Focus Finishing Powder. And again, everything I'm using will be down below. Next, I'm just going to be setting my cream bronzer with my Juvias Place Bronzer Duo in the shade Dark. Now I'm going to take the top shade, the lighter side.
So right here, I'm just going to go back into my brows and fix them up a little bit since some foundation and powder got in them. So I'm just brushing them and making sure the outline is a little bit sharper. Now I'm just going to set my entire face with my Sign by Shenk setting spray. Next, I'm just taking my Benefit They're Real Magnet Mascara. I'm just going to do one layer. I just want to do like a natural lash today. And I don't really know how to nose contour, so I just like to use whatever excess bronzer is left on the brush. Now I'm just lining my lips with my Colourpop BFF3 lip liner and going in with this lip gloss from Glitz Up Cosmetics on Instagram in the color Sorbet. It's a really sheer pink.
Okay guys, so this is a finished look. I just kept everything very simple. This is like the perfect look for every day, no matter where you're going. So this is just a close-up of what it looks like so far. I honestly can't tell a difference at this moment. But like I said, I am going to be doing a 6-hour wear test. I'll do one check-in after 3 hours. And right now it is 10:34. So I'll be back in 3 hours to do a check-in. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay guys, so we are at the 3-hour mark right now. It is 1:32 p.m. And this is what my skin is looking like. I haven't really experienced any creasing. I still think it looks pretty good. Might be a little bit like slight creasing, but yeah, so I think this is so far so good. So I'll meet you guys at the end of the 6-hour wear test to give you my final thoughts and to let you guys know what I think about how it held up for the day and which one I prefer and all that good stuff. So I'll see you guys in 3 more hours. Okay guys, so I'm back and this is the end of the 6-hour wear test. It is now 4:34. And this is what the makeup is looking like. So this side was Fenty and this side was Anastasia. And I also used Anastasia down here and also on my chin. But this to go all the way up here is Fenty. And then of course the eyelids as well. I did experience a little bit of creasing under both eyes after the check-in. But it doesn't look too bad. This side is the Magic Touch and this side is the Pro Filtr. I will say I naturally get a little bit more creasing on this side anyway because I have 3 fine lines under there, while this side I only have 2 fine lines. I will say with the Anastasia concealer, even though it's a little bit more expensive, just a $3 difference, you are getting more product in here, like way more product. So in a way, it's kind of cheaper when it comes to like the quantity of, like, you know, the amount you're getting in the tube. So I do think it's worth it for the price. And then it's also a lot creamier, and you don't need as much as with the Fenty to get that nice full coverage. I will say that this side looks a little bit more blurred than this side, and the Fenty does claim to be crease proof, but as you can see, I do have a little bit of creasing, but you can only tell if you're like really up close in my face, like how I zoomed in there. But if you're like far back distance like this, you can't tell that there's any creasing or anything like that. It doesn't look bad. My makeup still looks pretty fresh, just a little dewy. There's just a little bit of shine on my nose and like around my nose too, but everything else looks perfectly fine. So I love both of these concealers. I don't really know which one I would pick over the other. I think I'll probably pick Anastasia just maybe a little bit more. So like maybe this is a 9 and this is a 9.5 out of 10 for me. I still love my Fenty concealer. I'll continue to keep buying this. But now I have a new favorite concealer, so I'm going to have these two as my new holy grails. And I'm just going to check my phone just to see if there's like anything I forgot to mention about this concealer before I close out this video. So I decided to do a 6-hour wear test instead of an 8-hour wear test, because I normally only wear makeup for 4 to 6 hours, and if I wear makeup for more than 6 hours, I tend to break out. So that's why I didn't do an 8-hour wear test, but it looks pretty good. I'm pretty sure if I went another 2, 3, 4 hours, it would still look pretty much the same. I will say that this setting spray right here, this is like the best setting spray for me right now to set my entire face. This makes my makeup last all day long. I love it. It works with like everything. So I do think that helped a lot with my makeup today. And then
so I never touched up during the 6-hour wear test. This is just a clip of me touching up my face after the video. I just decided to insert it right here so you guys can see that my makeup looks pretty much brand new after blotting it with a little bit of setting powder.
Okay guys, so that's like pretty much it. These concealers are very comparable. I think they're both great buys. You can't go wrong with either one of them. I'll just say like the Anastasia is a little bit more creamier, maybe a little bit more full coverage, gives you a little bit more of a blurring effect. And I like the warm color to it compared to the Fenty. The Fenty is warm, but it's not as warm as the Anastasia. But I love both of them for different reasons. I'll still continue to buy both of them. They look pretty natural and gave me a really nice everyday look. This will be great for a glam look as well. So let me know which one you guys like better. Do you plan on picking one of these up? Which side do you think looks better on me? Just comment that down below, and I'll see you in my next video. My next video will probably be some tutorials using the new palettes I picked up from Morphe during their up to 70% off site-wide sale. So if you haven't checked out that video, I'll tag that down below as well. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and bye!